Hello everyone, welcome to one more episode of Talking Times. Today I'm gonna have a hard time focusing because there is a lot to cover. I'm here with Lucas and we're gonna have an amazing time. Don't forget, send this to someone who wants to practice English, subscribe, leave a comment, and let's get the show started right after our podcast intro. Hello Lucas, how are you, man?
Hello mate, I'm great. How about you?
I'm very happy that I remembered, putting the volume down of my phone,
That's so important.
It has been, I don't know, exactly 17 times. I started the podcast and then, hello everyone. Man, before we start, please introduce yourself.
Yes. Guys, I'm Lucas, I'm 26, I'm an English teacher for times there now, aka the best school ever. And yeah, I live in Guarulhos now.
That's a very practical intro, nice. Okay. I knew you just by checking the teacher ranks, the competition there. Yeah,
cool.
You were a name very common on the top rank, so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What's the secret? What do you do, man? Because knowing the teachers, I know there are two types of teachers that are normally doing well in the ranks. The first one are those people, they don't give a damn about competition. They just do their jobs and they have fun in the process. And coincidentally, they are up there and the students like the class, like everything works smoothly. And the other are the crazy ones, highly competitive, like, okay, there's a competition. I want to win. Put me there. Give me this conversation. I'm going to create a class, blah, 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 blah. Which type is you, man?
I'm definitely the first one.
Okay.
Well, everything started by having fun, I was so excited to talk with the students about the subject I was teaching. And I didn't have any problems by competition stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just saw the ranking. That was new for me. The other school that I have taught before, we didn't have this kind of thing. So I said, nice. So I'm doing good work and I will continue doing so. And that was it for me. So I never had the pressure of keeping in a high position, but it's very comforting to see myself over there, even when I am in the mornings now that I passed this year, that I teach in the morning. So we have less students in the morning, which is obviously, and it's still good to be a top 20. It shows that I am still doing my job pretty well.
Yeah, no, you are, man. One thing that I noticed teaching in the morning, you, pun intended, bar talk, we start to have regulars because those are the students that normally they go to classes before starting their work time. So you start to have the same 2-3 students every, Monday at 9 or 8, which leads to a group that you start knowing one another, and then everything goes smoothly. Okay, you guys want to have a class about what? Let's have a class about this. Okay, I'll create next week. Okay, but are you gonna be here? Yes, I will. So
yeah, and it goes like this. It's perfect. I already know that on Thursdays I have 𝗖𝗍𝗃 at 9 a.m.
Shout out to you, 𝗖𝗍𝗃.
He's always there. And yeah, it's very fun. There are some students who say, I woke up today at 6 a.m. and already went to the gym, started to work, and I'm here in the class, taking a time for myself to have class with you. And then I say, oh my God, you did all that already? It's crazy. But there are some people who say I just woke up and I'm in the class now. So, and after we start working. So you have these two types of students.
Yeah, we don't notice, but we are part of a lot of students' routine. I imagine they have, go to the gym, prepare breakfast, intermittent fasting, and then teacher Lucas, and then start work and stuff like this.
It goes on.
Yeah. And when you thinking about another perspective, before you became a teacher, when you were a student, did you used to learn having fun as well? This was the seed? This is a way that is effective to work. If you have fun in the process, the things happen.
Yeah.
Or was it, well, you were, I don't know, part of a traditional school or something like that?
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about it because I started when I was a kid. I was playing video games, and then I saw how badass the character used to speak, like Leon Scott Kennedy. He was everything that I wanted to be, you know, like good looking, strong, an agent, and I wanted to be like him. And I saw the way he used to speak was so good, it was so really nice, and I said, Mom, I want to be like him. So pretty much like I couldn't like study at the time, so I just like you have the captions, you know, the subtitles. I used to repeat the things that I saw on the TV, you know, that he said before, and I tried to imitate his voice, you know. So it was so cool, and I learned like this.
What's the name of the girl that the Ellie?
Ashley.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Is the first time you learn that you don't pronounce the E. It's not Ashley. Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley.
Yeah.
It's so good. So everything started with Resident Evil, basically, and games pretty much. So I started to read. A lot of time I didn't know what I was reading, know what was the meaning, and then I would search about it because thanks God my mom let me have some PC when I was 9-10 years old. So that was nice. I was always in translation and see what I was talking. So it was like a hobby for me. I didn't have the pressure of like I need to learn English for something, because after that you grow old, you see how important it is, right? And a lot of people sometimes they feel this difficulty in putting your English, that is something that you're studying to improve your career, in your routine. Sometimes difficult for me. So when I learned as a kid, it was like pretty light, I would say.
But you were part of the exception, and if I had a PC when I was 9, I don't know, I would probably go to some place I shouldn't supposed to be. How to create a bomb? You thought about other things, I know, dirty mind.
Just end up over there.
No, but you use this power to learn, and but I guess the whole thing is you wanted to be good in the game. You had like an inspiration, the hero, and nice. And I remember learning along with games from PlayStation 1, you know. Especially, for example, I remember playing Final Fantasy VIII. It was one. Resident Evil, the first one was one as well, and Silent Hill. These three, because you had to do a lot of reading, and sometimes you had to go to the specific right place to get the specific right item, and then you go back. Otherwise, you would get stuck in the game.
Yes.
And I'm talking about maybe 1998, 9. Some I was 13. I'm 40 now, so I was 13 at the time, 14. And no, it was before. Fuck. And I would get stuck in the game.
Yes.
So sometimes I would, rush to one of those newsstands and look for something called a magazine made of paper called Super Game Power. This type of thing.
Yeah, it used to exist.
Gen Z guys watching this and what the hell is it talking about? Because today you just Google it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But something that pisses me off in games nowadays, it's still this tiring journey that you have to do to get something. I played God of War Ragnarok like 2 years ago, and you still like you are Kratos, but you can't go up that ladder. You gotta do all the way, in the scenario to get what you need. So
in the past the games were linear, but it was like that. You would die 1 billion times until you stop dying. People complain about Dark Souls,
the hardcore games.
There was a time try to play Contra, or even I was playing with a friend the Mega Man X. If you don't get the right to the right boss, because you get like these powers that is kind of the weakness of a specific boss. So because we were following no tutorials, like let's go to this one. Rookie mistake. You would go to a place, so you would spend the entire stage and then a lot of time to kill the boss, and then you get like a firepower that is useless to the other boss that you want to go. Exactly. It's something like that. And no internet, no tutorials, just the sheer will to beat the game.
But that forged a lot of good gamers, like the hard way. Today we have a lot of facilities, right? So you don't know what to do right now, so you just like YouTube it and you see like a random streamer playing it. So
So which one is you? For example, when I was a kid, I remember something that was like, wow, the holy grail of gaming, that it was called Game Shark. That it was basically a device that you had to buy separately of your console and everything. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
No,
but yeah.
no, it's nice. It's like I'm talking about an ancient relic. No, but it was like this device that you would put in your PlayStation, for example, and it was a device to put cheat codes. So you would get like 00511, like you Infinite Life, imagining Resident Evil, Unlimited Machine Gun.
Yeah.
And some magazines would come with a Game Shark list of cheat codes. So imagine playing, for example, I don't know, Crash, and then you get like Infinite Life or something like that, you know?
Or GTA.
GTA, yeah, exactly.
Cool, I didn't know. I only knew that you can put like a memory card.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't know about this one.
Something like this, you know.
Cool.
After the memory cards, you had this Game Shark thing. Google, guys, Game Shark, PlayStation.
I definitely will.
It's very interesting because nowadays, when I play a game, for example, for the first time, I like the challenge, but how does it work for you? Is there a time where you consider, I'm going online and I'm gonna, I don't know, find the cheat game of this for this game? Or you insist, like...
I don't know, I gotta go until the end. Like, sometimes I even challenge myself to not, like, decrease the difficulty, you know?
Because you are one of those.
Yes, I was playing Batman for the first time. The Batman did Arkham Knight. And it was quite hard at some point, and I couldn't pass, you know, and I stayed there for a long time. It happened also with God of War Ragnarok, but it happened more than with Batman, because in God of War you have the Valkyries, and they're so hard to kill. At least for me.
Even more than the boss. I only played the first one. The Ragnarok is when the Atreus is like a teenager.
Yes.
No, I just played the first one. I was playing with a friend. To be honest, I was playing the easy parts and he was playing the tough ones because it was his game. In Valkyries, there was one that was tougher than, I don't know, the dragon bosses and the other stuff.
Yeah.
Really
and
hard.
there are side quests, you know? They shouldn't be that hard, but yeah, they are.
I guess they do it to make you stick with the game, you know, for longer, maybe, you know. So, okay, this is something nice. For you gamers watching us, which type of gaming do you prefer? Research, find the cheat codes, use your Game Sharks, go to the streamer, watch how to do it, or no, suffer silently or cursing a lot maybe until you pass that level.
Yeah, but I had problems with puzzles in games. So Resident Evil 4, for example, I didn't have the patience to continue, you know. So I would search for, I even remember his name now. He doesn't exist anymore, his channel. I tried to YouTube it a little while ago. And it was Leon Detonados, but he doesn't exist anymore.
Detonados, exactly what used to be in the magazine. Nice.
Really cool.
This is fun. For depending on the puzzle, I insist, like, no, come on, it's in a book somewhere. But if it's something really ridiculous, like because for example, depending on the game, if you have a very vast world where you can do, sometimes the hint was like 3 hours ago. Who the fuck remembers? I was exploring during some side quests.
Yeah.
I would just look and sometimes like a 3 images that you have to align, and that's it, you know?
Yeah, they kind of have implemented that in games like The Last of Us Part 2. So for example, there is a safe and you want to open it, but you don't remember the numbers, you know, and then you go like in your backpack and then you check your inventory and then you see like a little story with some numbers. So now it's okay like to remember, you know, that is something nice.
It helps, but I guess all games should do like this. You are stuck in a part, and it should be like the options. Want some hint or want to suffer? Yes or no? I want to.
Good.
Give the option, you know. Yeah. Because I don't know. Time is money. A lot of people talking here. Hello, João Silva. I always thought you learned how to speak English by playing or watching Spider-Man. You watch it in Portuguese or in English?
Yeah, the first when I was a kid, I started in Portuguese. But
Me too. The 𝗏𝗏𝗃.
yeah, but I really learned a lot of things with Spider-Man. Not only that, with great powers comes great responsibility, but a lot of words that I really liked, especially with Andrew Garfield, because he was part of my teenager times. You know, I learned. I watched the movies with Tobey Maguire when I was a kid, but then I just watched it in Portuguese. But in my teenager times, that I was like so into English and stuff in my free time, I watched everything in English, and yeah, it helped so much.
There is a class. Remind me. I'll ask. I'm on vacation, but when I come back, I can ask them to send you. One of our coordinators, 𝗍𝗃𝗃, she created a class about who is the best Spider-Man, and let the students decide and discuss.
Yeah. Let them fight.
I guess you would exactly like this. When you get some popcorn, put some fuel in and lit the fire.
Yeah.
And I guess you will enjoy that. But since you had different. You were in different stages in life when you watch it. Do you have a favorite now?
Yeah, it's Andrew Garfield. I think that I relate to him so much. He lost his uncle, which was his closest relative to him. I lost a relative that was the closest to me as well. Not my parents, but still. And then I think he's quite funny, and I kind of was a little silly like he is, so I think it's still Andrew, but I really like all of them.
Nice.
Last week I taught a class about Miles, so I like Miles as well.
Nice. The animations, I watched the animation because of him, You cannot see his Maurice, right? He said, Mike, you have to watch, it's a piece of art. I watched and I was like, oh my God, it is a piece of art. It's really nice.
Cool. There is a new animation that it was released on Disney, and it is so good, but I just forgot the name. It's Friendly Neighborhood, something like this, but it's so good. I really like it as well. Doctor Strange participates in this one, in this animation.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would be your take on the following? Some people say that Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man, but not the best Peter Parker because he's too cool. Tobey would be the best Peter Parker because he's a little dumb and but maybe he was not having so much fun like in the comics. And Tom Holland is just not there yet. So that would be like...
Yeah, exactly. It depends how you see it. Because if you check about Tobey Maguire, he suffered a lot as Peter, he had a rough life. He needed to pay rent as soon as he started getting a little bit older. Peter with Andrew, he didn't have this. He still lived with his Aunt May. So I think Peter was a more he had deeper development,
makes sense.
Peter
had to grow up faster.
Maguire. Yes, exactly. Andrew Garfield was cool as Peter. I think he didn't have that much pressure about things. You could see he was very chill. But as a Spider-Man, he definitely, there are some...
The trauma with Gwen Stacy's...
Yeah.
That scene when he holds MJ... Okay, let's cover this, man. It pissed me off that Marvel did a joke on that it was a moment. Yeah, maybe I'm tripping here. You guys can correct me, but if I'm getting, if I'm tripping, because the whole thing in that scene where she's following, he can hold her. It's like I could save someone that was important. I'm not a useless Spider-Man. I think they were developing to that. And then they crack a joke like, what's happening? At the same moment, I was a little, mixed feeling.
You have more a sense of criticism than I do, to be honest. Because I really like all of these things. I'm very easy to like things. But yeah, I think if it was just in silence, would have a more drama and impact. Because there are even some editions that there is a little aura behind Andrews, that is Gwen,
Yeah.
So it's he says, oh shit, I could have saved her. And it was exactly the same scenario, not that high, but still, they are great.
I love the fan services they did in that movie, they moving together and the pose, the meme.
Yeah, so it's so good. The fan service in this movie was amazing. I think it was one of the last Marvel movies that it was that good. People say, okay, but Doctor Strange was nerfed so hard with with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, right? Yeah, kind of makes sense. Bro is a genius in math, but still it's Doctor Strange's powers, you know? How can you overcome that? But yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah, now... Oh, we are already covering that. That's amazing. You know, that's how good conversations happen. I guess now we're gonna have Tom Holland to be the mature Peter, because he has literally lost everything. You know.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna have to grow up. You know, Mr. Style. I'm quoting a nerd. You know.
Yes, yeah. I like him, by the way.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I like Peter. But no more Mr. Stark anymore.
Yes, exactly. There are some rumors that I see that John Burton is going to be there as the Punisher, because I really
it's
like
not
him.
Shane,
Yeah,
but
it's not Shane, because John
I prefer
Burton,
him as the Punisher.
yes, it's amazing. Yes, it's so good. And Hulk too will be like a key piece in that story, because they say that kind of, I think Banner doesn't remember him, but Hulk does. It's something like this, you know. I've seen some rumors. I'm not sure if it is true, but yeah, I have big expectations for the next Spider-Man movies.
Are you excited for the Doomsday and the Secret Wars and the next Marvel movies?
I am, but there's so many like teasers that you'll see. It's gonna be like huge, the movie, because you see a lot of heroes coming together, you know, like meeting each other. So
the X-Men, the first clash with the X-Men and Avengers, man, they have to, I think they will. They are not that stupid. They need to do a clash, like just a fun service, you know.
Yes,
I don't know, Cyclops fighting Captain America, you know, shooting it's not lasers, I know, the gamma ray, whatever, and then hit the flag. Just do something like this, you know.
Yes, like we should have had that, and with Hulk and Wolverine, it didn't happen. We just had like a little tease of his claws.
Deadpool, right?
Exactly. Could be nice.
Yeah. I hope they recover Thor, because that guy, I don't like that guy Taika whatever, you know. He transforms the characters into clowns, you know.
Yeah.
What are you laughing? You don't like him too. Today's a nerd talk.
Yeah.
Man, I hate I mentioned Robin Hood here. I'm not a retro gay guy, you know. I'm not like that. Oh, good old times, they were better, blah, blah, blah. No, not like that. But I don't like when they destroy certain archetypes. You know, for example, I love Lord of the Ring above all, because the archetypes are very well defined. So, for example, imagine you get Frank Castle, for example, is the whole vengeance thing, you know. Yeah. If you transform him in a pacifist, you will destroy the character.
Yeah, like no killings anymore. Like sort of what they did to Kratos, you know, like let's just have peace.
Exactly. or for example, it's another thing that I have a friend, he loves Batman above all. He really loves Batman. And I say Batman and, you know, Daredevil, they really piss me off with the no killing thing. Yeah. Because if he would just go there and crack the joke's neck, clap.
End of story.
It's over. That would be a good meme, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Crack the guy. But then he says, but man, the whole thing about the character is his trauma because he witnessed his parents. And then he explained
the
whole thing.
Like, if I kill, I won't be like much of a difference of this guy who was killing people as well.
Say, no, imagine the conversation with the Punisher. Yeah, but I've never seen.
Yeah.
I want to come back and go.
Yeah. And there's a meme that like, the Punisher, he lost his kids and Batman lost his parents. So, you know, and family union.
You don't.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to what we were talking before, and then I'm gonna cover the chat here. Is this the type of conversations that you like having with the students in the classes? Because one of the questions that I'm supposed to ask you is, what are your favorite classes? And you mentioned to me that you like to create classes like this.
Yes, I create a lot of classes like related to nerd stuff, let's say this way. And it is so good because sometimes like you have the couple of warm-up questions and you just get stuck there for 30 minutes because we can't stop talking about it.
My favorite classes are like this, man.
Yes, but you know, as a teacher, guys, I really wanted to move forward a little bit because I created the classes thinking about the student who like to see this. So there's a time that I think I have to show this to them because I would like to see, probably they would like to see. So sometimes I try to go a little bit faster, you know, so is it okay? Very good. Let's continue. But
Let's move on now.
Yeah, exactly like this. But yeah, I love classes that it generates not only yes or no, or like you give your opinion, but then you actually think about it, like you reason about it. It's really nice.
And this content, it's very rich. Like if you just get one character that is kind of polemic, and start analyzing why do so many people like this character, why or why do we have this obsession with tragedy, why Tom Holland was a Spider-Man that people are like, he's just a kid, because we imagine he has it easy, he got the suit from Stark, he has the 𝗿𝗂𝗃𝗃 maid that whatever, but now after he had the last movie, spoiler from I don't know 4 years ago, he's gonna have to grow up. So we want our heroes maybe to deal with drama, so we will feel inspired by them, maybe.
It does, yes, totally. And it's really nice because I like to listen to the students what they like to see, and they always transform the answer in something about them, which is really cool because you want to know what happens with him as far as they want to tell, so it's really good. And now that you mentioned that about tragedy characters that we like, I don't know why, I was thinking I like a pattern. I like Frank Castle is tough, but like Punisher. Shane was tough too, Abraham, and then so I really like anti-heroes, I would say anti-heroes.
Me too.
Yeah.
It
made me think about it.
For example, in the Marvel movies, there was a hero that I really, really, really didn't like. I said, man, this is the famous we say without salt. Don't say that in English, makes no sense, but Brazilians will understand. That is Captain America. But I like the actor so much.
He's so good.
That I started enjoying, Because for me, it was just like, it's just a symbol of patriotism, blah, 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 But I really admire the work that Chris Evans,
and he's coming back now, so let's see. Probably
he's buffed again.
Yes,
so,
probably let's see, because he was having his perfect life with that one that I forgot, Peggy. Yeah, and then probably like Doom's gonna come and say, no more of this love life, and probably chaos. But I don't know how it's gonna be his arc back in Doomsday. I'm very excited to
I imagine he's gonna have to, because man, it's gonna be heavy, because he's gonna have a family there with her probably. There will be a whole timeline where he has kids, maybe grandkids, because we saw the older version of him talking, to Sam Wilson.
Yes.
Man, we are really nerds. Remember the names of them, anyways.
Very good, man.
So yeah, so I guess it's gonna be like this, like you watching the series Loki. You raised the whole timeline, and then you lost everything. You're just a pariah now.
And then, now, if I'm not wrong, Loki, he can't get out of there, right? If he does, everything goes to
the glue that is tightening everything up together.
Oh, that's a very good series for Marvel.
I will read the comments before I do that. For guys that are just getting here in the middle of the conversation, what should they watch to understand? So Loki, or Marvel movies from the last 14 years?
Well, I like to watch everything in the order, I would do this. Actually, I've done it in 2023. Now I just don't have actually much time anymore. I gotta decide which one I'll pick, which the boys now. So, but that is something very good. Watching the timeline, the correct timeline is something nice. I would recommend that.
Yeah, let's be nice with them. You can skip the Marvels. You can skip She-Hulk. Can skip.
I haven't watched the Marvels, by the way.
Man, that I forgot the name. The one about Quan-Chi, Shang-Chi.
Yes. This one.
You can skip, but the fighting scenes are nice.
And the soundtrack is really good too. They sing 𝗿𝗃 California.
It's too much plot there. And the third one of the anti-man, the Quantum Man. You can skip
such
that.
A disappointment.
Don't be an asshole anymore. All right, let's take a look here. Would you rather go to the war? Okay, I like where you guys are going today. Would you rather go to war with Arthur Morgan, Joel, or Leon? You want to come back alive or not? That was an amazing. I think this was one of the best comments I've ever read here.
Yeah, mate, that is such a tough question. Maybe all of them in the prime, I think, would be unbeatable. Leon, Arthur Morgan, or Joel? Okay. Well, Arthur Morgan is a guy that I really appreciate, but Jordan is like more like a paternal figure. I would go with Leon, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather go to 1 hour in a shooting range with Leon, or 5 hours hunting with Joel, or 5 hours fishing with Arthur Morgan?
My God, I love these legendary questions.
You guys can't answer.
Yeah. Well, if I know that I'll come back alive, or if I have so many skills to protect myself as well, probably I would go in a firing range with
Leon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to fish with Arthur would be so good.
It would be
I imagine
for the stars.
conversations.
No, nobody gives a fuck about the fish. It would be just for the stars.
Yes, I imagine the conversation with Arthur.
Or
He's
maybe
hard
not.
and
Maybe you can
everything.
say, let's get that white croc.
Yeah, he sees like some like strange movement in the water, and he looks at me and say, "I'm afraid."
Okay,
dear.
nice one. Nicolas said here, best teacher and player. Oh, you play too.
Yeah, that's
we're
what
just,
we do, like with the, as you were saying about in the beginning, that we create like some bonds with the morning students. And yes, Nicholas, shout out to you, my dear student. We play together Fortnite sometimes.
Ah,
yeah,
nice.
And it's really nice.
Are you any good?
Well, I'm good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but Nicholas is very good. That's why I would
I
like
was
to play
terrible.
with him.
I was terrible in shooting games, man. Why I'm feeling older and older as time goes by.
It does,
Because
right?
it makes total logical sense. I used to play Counter-Strike with my friends, where they used to do what we call here big 𝗷𝗃, you know?
Our big owl.
Yeah. Today we're gonna have a big owl.
Oh my God, that's so
That's
good.
a slang from the past. So there would be this thing called LAN house, which would basically be a room full of computers where kids would go to have access to something called internet
Side
that
by
you guys
side.
have for granted.
Yeah.
And then you would pay like something that would be equivalent to 20 reais for maybe 1 hour. I don't know the currency exchange.
Yeah, for me it was
Anyways, long story short, kids would get like what you do in a forum today, you know, in any game, you have to basically let's go to the room number, blah 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 blah. Everybody go together and you play together like this. I was really bad that I decided I'm gonna go with the rumble gun. That's that very big one.
with the 100 bullets.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like a tank because you don't have to aim. You need to aim to the guy's heels, and there was always gonna be a sniper too. And
Yeah, you just die. But you know, I
Or
had this
with the
problem.
knife.
Sometimes I had this problem with aiming. So I aimed in the foot because your gun goes up, you know. So
the
headshot.
snipers would just jump and like kill me in the air, you know, and then the replay would go.
Yeah, but I really like competitive games as well. So I have created a class about Dead by Daylight as well. I don't know if you have heard about
Which one?
Dead by Daylight. It's a
Dead by
game that
Daylight.
simulates a horror game. You know, there's a
You
killer in
have
that.
to do stealth. Is this one?
You can, it's up to you, you know. You can like go stealth,
by
but you have to
Daylight.
fix in a total of 5 generators. And in these moments, the killer will be hunting the other survivors. And like, so you can be there to help the survivor to escape from the killer's grasp, like as in a flashlight save or in a pallet save. The thing is that they make a lot of partnerships. So like you have Stranger Things DLC, Resident Evil DLC, but all the survivors are the same. No, they don't have like a special skills or something like this. They are just skins. So if you go with Leon or if you go with Steve from Stranger Things, it's the same thing. But it's fun. It's a totally online game, and you just play and play. You can be play as a killer or play as a survivor. Yeah, it's
How many people can play at the same room at the same time?
4. But if you do like
This
a
is good
custom
for a
match,
class.
yeah, it's cool, right? If you do
VIP class.
yeah, if you do like a custom match, a custom run, then you can like choose who's gonna be the killer and who are going to be the survivors. And there is one that just watches. So if you wanna just follow, you can watch the killer and the survivors as well. But it's cool. I really like. I have been a streamer a little bit of this. I stream sometimes, but not very often right now. But in 2022, I used to stream a lot to this game.
This was something that during the pandemic was a very nice, escape.
True.
Because people could socialize in a way, like, and tough times.
Warzone times.
Yeah. I used to have a Game Shark. Oh, nice. I used to have a Game Shark magazine as well. Don't feel that old alone. Thank you so much. Nesta Costa. Thanks so much, man. Yeah. I love having online class with teacher Luke. Okay, parenthesis here. Which game you learned? Spoiler alert! You learned English playing games, right? Mm-hmm. So, if students would like to develop something, which games would you recommend?
Yeah,
2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah, it depends on the type of games they like, and it depends how many times you have finished the game. Because if you have finished the game, it's just like a movies or series. You already know the plot, probably some conversations as well. So you choose ones that best. Let me see. Takes you in a special way, For example, 𝗧𝗏𝗧, I think it's so good. There are many words, like the story is huge. Talking about the first, the 2 is even bigger, the second one. So I think you should go like with this type of game, because the cutscenes, these type of good games like this, it looks like you're playing a movie, like 𝗧𝗏𝗧, Red Dead Redemption, Detroit. I really like Detroit. It's a little bit old, from 7-8 years ago, but it's so good.
Detroit is the one that is with like AI. And,
yes, the Detroit becomes
it's like
human.
Blade Runner. The vibe.
Yeah, it has some similarities. Exactly.
Nice.
It's so good, and it's a choice game, so it's really good. And depending on your choice, everything changes. And I just killed 2 people in my ending. I just played once, because I needed to keep the immersion.
Yeah, I told you I'm about to start playing The Witcher 3, and I did one thing that I wouldn't do, but I normally like to learn with my mistakes. But I do this in life so much that now in games I want just to have a quieter and fun time. So I research on YouTube how not to fuck up with the ending of the game, because there are some 4, maybe 3 crucial points in the games, depending what you do regarding Ciri, that you can do. Like, imagine play for 100 hours and then you have a half-ass ending. Like, Geralt is depressive, Ciri is like, what? So I say, okay, in these 2-3 moments you have to do this, and then I actually took notes even, because I don't want to do that. I want to have the nice one.
The Witcher 3 you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know about that. There are different ends.
You haven't started yet, right?
No, I will.
So I recommend. But it's not difficult. One is like you will do something with her, and it's about killing a witch, and then you have to leave her go and kill the witch alone. You don't go with her. Like, because it's not intuitive. You imagine, I'm the fatherly figure, I'm gonna go with her. No, you have to let her fly. And then there is a part, one emperor is gonna offer you some coins if it's something like this, and you have to deny the coins. Or don't even go there with her. But if you go with her, you have to say, no, I don't want this.
Okay. It's to show prop.
If you do, I guess there's one more thing, and then the ending would be nice. Otherwise, she dies, basically. Wow. And Geralt is depressive. And the witch is like, I told you, you're gonna lose her.
Oh dear.
Like, something like that. You guys can help in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. One from Nicolau here. If you had to choose which DBD assassin to be in real life, who would you choose?
Guys, you have amazing questions. I'll put that one in my next class.
Nice.
Well, let me see. If I say Ghostface, because I really play with him in the game, it's pretty much about the movie as well, you know. So I think
DBD.
Yeah, DBD is Dead by Daylight. Yeah. So we have Ghostface that I would like to play with him. But
Goes like from the movie Scream?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
In the game, he calls Ghostface. But I think it wouldn't be him. He's very fun. You know, there is something that it calls Mori, like Memento Mori. It's like when you're going to kill the survivor, you take a picture with the survivor.
Oh,
it's
they
really
do
cool.
that.
Yes, but like each killer has it, there are different Memento Moris. And let me see.
Funny thing to put in a game from Stoicism.
Yeah.
And now I hold my horses. Go ahead.
I think would be like the Huntress, but because I'm a male, so I would be the hunter, you know, because she throw headshots, and I think that's so nice. Yeah. So and her story is kind of sad. Each killer has their own story as well, their own background. So it's so cool. I think it would be Huntress, but I would be the hunter because throwing headshots is very cool. I think it would be very badass.
I love those memes. 5 will try to kill you, 1 will protect you, choose.
Yeah.
And then they put like in the same thing they put Dr. Manhattan, like Goku, you know, and then the mask.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fred Krueger, you know.
Yes, Heisenberg from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
This kind of thing is very funny.
I don't know, Lex Luthor, for example. or they put Batman. Imagine Batman fully motivated to kill you.
Yes, mate.
The one that is the writer's, you know, with the writer's power.
Tough.
Okay. Hey teacher, talking about your goalkeeper in FIFA, I saw your video. It's very funny. What's up with that? Your goalkeeper in FIFA? Are you a FIFA player?
I remember. Guys, stop exposing me like this. I expose myself in these classes. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel that I use just to start gameplay over there, you know, because I have a humble PS4. And my PS4 is already full of things. So I put everything over there. So it's nice because I have like some 6
memories.
Yes,
like
exactly.
a photo album.
Yeah.
That's another thing from the past.
Photo album, yeah. And like I have this. I play FIFA since I was 11. FIFA 11. Everything started in FIFA 11.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I was playing FIFA 25 or 24. I don't remember.
It's very difficult because I was playing a retro game. One you press here to run. Depending on the FIFA, if you do this, it's gonna be like a dribbling thing.
Yes, yeah. But now you can like customize everything. But yeah, it's still a lot of things, and you just don't think about it. But you are doing a lot of things at the same time, you know. So what happened? It was just a bug, shitty bug, to be honest, because
the goalkeeper with the head like that.
Yeah, but it was this. At least my goalkeeper would still be there. He wasn't. Like it was an online match. It was 2-2. In the right in the last minutes, my goalkeeper disappeared, and the guy just kicked, and he won the match. So, and I showed that to the students.
Maybe he was a hacker.
No, that is not a possibility because this happened in another match as well. So I just stopped playing the game, you know.
Man, I would be so pissed. That's the thing that happens with guys. You are playing a game to have fun and chill, and then it depends on the game you get angry.
Yes, with competitive games, usually gonna get like this. I don't get like this with Dead by Daylight. You know, sometimes you feel pissed, but you don't feel like quitting the game. You know, but story games, they are so peaceful. You know, you just want to relax and walk a horse, for example. Yeah, ride a horse. You know, it's so good. Yeah.
I know, man. Okay. One from Hannah here. Oh my god, teacher Lucas, hi, best classes. If you live inside a game, which one would it be? This is from Tamia. Okay, it's from Tamia. If you could live inside... Oh, careful. Because you say, oh, I love The Last of Us. That's a shitty world to live, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same with TV shows and series when they ask this question.
Yeah, probably gonna be an infected guy. But I was ready for Apocalypse Zombie since I was 12, you know, with the Walking Dead experience and Resident Evil. But I think I wouldn't. Probably, it's a tough one. Because if I say FIFA, I will spend my whole life playing soccer, you know, so I don't want this. Let me see. Need for Speed Most Wanted probably is one that I really would like to because it was part of my childhood and I love cars. So Need for Speed is a good one. GTA, it's an open world, but I can get killed at any time. You know, some flying guy kills me.
Yeah,
with his
tough,
bike.
man. Yeah.
So probably would be Need for Speed Most Wanted. I like this story.
This depends on who we could be, because for example, I love the game Skyrim. It's my favorite game ever. If I were in that game, it would be probably the peasants that is there, like complete random NPCs, you know.
Yes, exactly.
That a dragon comes to the village and burns everything.
Yeah, but you can be the protagonist. You never know.
Yeah,
there is by the way, I will create, guys, this movie class. It's what is the name? Free Guy, you know, with Ryan Reynolds. He basically simulates he's an NPC who gains some thinking. You know, he starts to think and some reason. So it's really nice. This is a type of a film that kind of shows how it would be if you lived inside of a video game.
It's interesting, the interaction, like, oh, you stole my code, the developers, the characters.
Yes, it's really nice. I really like the plots.
Okay, and good afternoon, enjoying it. Simone from Time Jardins. Shout out to Simone. Now, okay, using this link here from the gaming thing, you told me that you have been playing football too, right?
Yeah.
And
I have a video of my highlights on my Instagram profile playing football. You know, I don't mean to brag myself, you know, but I play soccer quite well, you know. If I wasn't a teacher, I would be a soccer player, you know. But
this is cool, man. Yeah. If you're not from Campinas, man. If you were from Campinas, we could set up a team and like to play society.
Yeah,
you don't have to run that much. Would be cool.
Yes, I like running.
Okay. Tell me, what's up with your IT things, the programming thing, developing? Which area were you considering learning?
Yeah, that is a
lot
good
of
one.
students are from this area here.
Yes, right, and you get a lot of perspectives from their sides, and like there's a guy who's a QA, and then another one is front end, and you go like in this experiences, and you start to analyze which you would fit better. And I have a close friend of mine who works in this area for a couple of years now. He has a company too. He's a great guy, and he gives me a lot of insights about it, you know. So something that I like to do is like creating classes, creativity stuff. So probably I would be better with front end stuff, but it's something that I need to come back. And when I started to learn it, I thought that it wasn't like as huge as it is. There are many possibilities, so many things you can do. So for example, if you start something and you see you're not going that well on that, you can start again. You know, there are many positions in this area. And it's really nice because, well, I was a barman like 6 years ago. I like it to work with this. And I started as a teacher, and then I went as a barman. Then I call center agent for United States, which I like to. Then I kind of got sick of it and come back to the teaching road, which when is where I met Times in 2022. So now I say, 4 years already here, I will learn something new. And with this friend that I have and a lot of people, a lot of students in this area, they really kind of show you you can be great here, you know. So yeah, it's something that I will start studying. I haven't started, but I'm really a beginner yet. So I will continue this journey, you know.
It's nice. It's one of the things that early exposing to games, the correct games, it helps a lot. If you going back to what we talked in the beginning of this conversation, if you really go through the challenges and learn how to cope with, you know, losing and defeat, and then you go back and you try a different path, it helps in life and stuff like this. You do different things, and I have a hard time here, but I'm gonna learn with someone.
Yeah, that is nice. I didn't think about this, like related to the game stuff. Exactly.
Yeah, it's never a waste of time. It could be, but it can also be something amazing.
So you can always start over again.
A bar, man, how was it?
Yeah, this was really nice. I was in my prime of my 19 years old, and I wanted to do something different. Like when I finished high school, I said, okay, I already have an experience with English stuff, so let me do something here in my city. Then I went to this restaurant, and I started as a waiter, but I sucked at this so much.
Yeah, it looks so hard, man. You go to one of those grill places, the churrascarias that we have here, the guys can pile up a ton of things, and they do like,
don't know how
give me one more.
Yeah, I had some like problems with...
How's the training with that? Like you stay in one foot and people...
That would be great to have, but I didn't have this. Yes, I had like more practical thing, like so you take this and you like go to that client. You take like the tray, you know, and then when I went to the clients, like I really learned in the hard way, like in the practicing, like already working. So my first time holding that thing wasn't so well. I dropped the water at the clients. I dropped the water because it was just a little bottle and a water, you know, so I didn't know how to hold exactly. And then I knew that I needed to hold it with just one hand, so I dropped it. But the lady was very, very, it was like an expensive place, so they were like, no, it's okay, you know, they were very humble. But then I kind of didn't like so much, and they were needing someone in the bar, and
Did you do like a course for that? Because you can go like just go there and like serve, or you can go like Tom Cruise in the movie and do those stuff.
Yeah, as a barman, I got a lot of training.
Nice.
And I really liked. I prepared some caipirinhas, but most of the drinks they asked, it was wine stuff and coffee, because it was a pizzeria, you know. So it was like a little coffee after the pizza, and then like some caipirinhas too. So I didn't like had a vast knowledge about that, but I had the basic to do nice things, you know.
No, it's like a very nice experience. And was there any learning in terms of social interacting? Because, for example, believe me or not, I was not comfortable talking to people in a huge part of my life, to strangers and to pretty girls too. I was like, I was freezing. But as a teacher, man, you have to enter. I started most of the classes, they were presentially. No, all the classes were presentially back then. So I had to enter in a class with 10 students to teach a conversation, a song, class, a movie, whatever. And I had to be, I don't know, try to be charismatic, engaging, so people would interact, you know. There was no time for, I'm too shy to do this, you know. I imagine working in a restaurant, a place like this, kind of, you know, it toughs you up in a way.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, because you have to be like, treat the clients very well all the time, you know. And
even the motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of becomes a thing, you know, and it's just part of you. And then when you see you're not shy anymore, and you don't have problems to talk with people, you know. And I was the only one who spoke in English over there, so I really like to talk with the clients. When I went to the bar, I like saw some clients that it was like foreigner, and I thought, this guy, I will talk to him. So I said like, bye, have a nice night. And he came back to talk a little bit. So you speak English, and then we talked a little. That kind of gave me some tips, you know, like some little money.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because you talk a little bit here and there, and you ask, where do you live here in Estados Unidos? For how long have you been here? You know, and you kind of like create a little bond, and take this. You know,
language is such a powerful thing, and it always comes to my mind a video of a guy that I don't know how many languages does he speak, but he goes to he's like this very average looking white guy, and then he would go to, for example, a place in Africa, ask something, the person, how much is this? It's blah blah blah, and then the person you speak the language, start talking the language. I saw this in Russia. It sounds like that, you know. I saw he doing this, I guess it was in China too. He started in English, you know, like, please, and then tone down, and the person like,
you're different.
Language is such a powerful thing, man. The bonding that it creates, so it makes sense. Imagine for a foreigner that hasn't been speaking in person with his native language, and then out of nowhere, you know, it's like you are in a place in France and somebody, tem uma boa noite. What's wrong here?
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I really like languages. I want to learn some others, like just as a hobby too. It can be very helpful, but I like Italian, French. I think it's really fun to talk like this, you know, with the accent. It's really nice. I like accents, by the way.
Don't go there, man.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Watching Peaky Blinders, for example, it's really nice, mate.
Another amazing show, by the way. We were talking about series.
Yes. For example, I'm watching The Boys now, and Billy Butcher, he's British. And now I'm saying my fucking cunt friend for everyone, you know. It's really nice.
He's the actor Carl. He's Australian. What is he? The actor who plays
Billy Butcher?
Yeah.
I didn't know him into The
I
Boys.
think oh yeah, he is in Lord of the Rings. It's 𝗍𝗲𝗻. Yeah.
Guys, don't judge me. I never watched it. But I will. It's on my list. It's type of movie that I like.
Just do it. you I guess you will have fun. Peaky Blinders amazing to okay, since we don't believe me or not, Lucas, we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm 𝗍𝗲𝗃. Okay, she said here, Lucas the best. I'm glad to have met him. Nice. He talked about his passion about country life. Okay, passion about country life.
Oh, I love it. I'm such a country person. I hate city.
Are you into fishing too? I'm joking.
You know,
it's my new hobby. I have to bring it up in any conversation.
Yeah, I haven't had the experience yet. Just like with my father, like in 2017, 16, but not that much, you know.
Man, it's so cool.
Yes, mate. The friend that I told you about from the IT road, he loves fish. You know, he sends me pictures of fish and everything. It's really nice. And he says me some stuff like, mate, but I think he's a cold-hearted person. Sometimes he takes a fish and he gives it to a bird. You know, so how can you do this with that? Yeah, but
you can also use as bait to get a bigger fish as well. But that's a talk for another conversation.
Yeah, but I love country life. Usually all the Christmas I spend in Gonçalves, Minas Gerais, you know, and it's so peaceful. I don't like much noise, like this disturbance noises, you know, like that you see with motorcycles. Now that I moved to Guarulhos, this is really pissing me off, to be honest. But it's something that I gotta hold on. One day I wanna live in the countryside of Canada. Not so distant from the city, you know, but that is my biggest goal for life. Live in a countryside in Canada. Canada because it's cold. I like cold, you know. And I think it's a great country. I like Canada.
Yeah, I guess for Brazilians, the strange adaptation first would be food. It's another bingo. Every time somebody mentions Canada here, I said, please try Nanaimo bars, you know. It's something that I really want to have. We should have a guest from there with Nanaimo bars. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
I guess there's something primitive in going through this place like this. You are close to nature. Man, sometimes it's like a small grove. You are in the middle of some woods. You go to a park sometimes.
Yeah.
And it connects you to these parts of ourselves that you just feel at ease, you know.
Yes, the human body, they need this. We need this. And just to be able to breathe better and you feel the calmer, you know, like your anxiety kind of goes away of everything that is happening. So I really like going to Gonçalves. I go there since I was a kid. Now I just go like once a year, pretty much in the celebrations. And it's so helpful. You just like feel reconnected, you know, like gain your energies all back.
It's true. This is something, by the way, like we mentioned, a lot of IT people watching us. Try to have a hobby to do something indoors. You also play the guitar, right? You mentioned.
Yes, I started 2 years ago. That came with The Last of Us, by the way.
Nice.
I saw Joel, Ellie playing guitar, and I said, okay, now it's really a time to
have to learn
to buy a guitar. Yes, and I for 2 years playing, I think I played very well. In the beginning, it's always difficult, you know, because if you don't have much facility with this, a lot of people give up. I almost did. But glad that I didn't. And now after like some moments, you see the progress and it's so good. For a lot of people, music is therapy, right? And it's so good. Your your taste for music also improves so much. You learn new music. It's so good. So yeah, trying a new hobby is always good.
It's one of the things that after you learn how it's made, it doesn't ruin the experience. Because for example, some foods, depending... I don't know if it happened to you when you started understanding a bit more about drinks. Like, oh, this is made with this.
Yeah, the curiosity is so nice.
Yeah, and then after you know how tough it is to play a song depending on the song, and then you see a very good artist, the admiration that comes instantly, like, oh my God, this person is really good at that.
Yes.
It's amazing. So, it can be a very easy thing. You go on a hike, you get your guitar, go to a park, or go to a place with grass, and you can put your foot on the ground.
Yes, a simple
It sounds
thing.
like hippie stuff, but it's actually very good to chill.
Yes, it's a simple thing, and it's so effective for your mind. It's so good. I really like it.
Don't do this with fishing. It's gonna scare the fish off. Okay, fish away. Actually, it's gonna scare the fish away if you do it. Lucas, man, we don't have time anymore. Time is flying. Let me read the last questions here. Good job, Lucas, the first English teacher I know who's also good at soccer. Nice. What is your favorite Spider-Man? And then we can wrap this up with this.
Yeah, it's Andrew Garfield. I really relate myself with him. Watch a lot of his movies. Actually, a lot of times his 2 movies as I would be a teenager, and it was so nice. I was into skateboard as well in my 14, 15 years, and he also had one. So yeah, Andrew Garfield for me is the best. But I really like all of them. I think they are all great Spider-Man, all the actors that were chosen. Different stories, of course, but Andrew Garfield connected with him more. Although I really like the talks with Tobey Maguire and this deep talk about life and everything. It's so well made with the Green Goblin in the first movie and Tobey Maguire as a Spider-Man. It's so well. Andrew Garfield's dance.
I really like what they did when they put the 3 together and the kind of closure that everybody could have there. The only one that got fucked was, spoiler, Tom Holland, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
all right, man. Final words, not final, but last words before we finish this episode.
Yes, thank you everyone for the questions. It was really good. Thank you for the company too. And I would like to shout out to my co-workers as well, my beloved teachers, and to Nat, my coordinator. He's so amazing with me. And
he was here. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's amazing, this guy. And thank you so much, guys. Keep studying, keep your cameras open, please, in the classes.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, and don't give up. Go in your own velocity if you are struggling with a new language. There is not a competition. You are only with yourself on that road. So, just enjoy the process.
Amazing, man. Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
I have to invite you to come back as many times you want. We have a lot of stuff to cover. Next time, maybe you can bring your guitar.
For sure.
I can try.
You can be like a Corey Taylor.
I can try not to sing. It would be fun. Why not?
So cool. Yeah.
Something that we have in common. I love to embarrass myself on the internet. True.
Yeah, that's so nice.
It's nice.
I embarrass myself.
Would you like to share your YouTube channel so people want to check your gaming?
Can be. Guys, it's Ironside, like in the Viking stuff, Ironside together. Clips, Ironside clips, space clips. So yeah, I post all my gameplays over there. There are Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, Red Dead, The Last of Us, and that way we go.
You can mock your teacher in the class. That would be good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so
guys,
much.
Thank you so much for the messages here. Don't forget, subscribe, send this to a friend. This episode is going to be on Spotify tomorrow. See you next Wednesday, same time, on our next episode of Talking Times. Bye-bye.